feminist movement was not wrong when they said men are acting like pigs. They were wrong when they said women also ought to act like pigs.
Okay, so he's very nihilistic and very negative and very down on guys. So you have Ben Shapiro apologizing for men being pigs, but it's also, well, women need to be pigs too, so they're just as bad as men. We've tried to level the playing field by making women just as piggish as men are. Like, remember when I told Jedediah Bila this? I said, and I will say, I've said this on several occasions, but most recently on Jed's show. If you were born after 1965, you're a feminist. Ben Shapiro is a fucking feminist. So is Michael Knowles, just in a different, his delivery is just different. They're all feminists. Every last one of them are. They don't say, they would never, I don't identify as a feminist. What are you talking about? It's meaningless. This is the 21st century, guys. That's 20th century thinking. Oh, I don't identify. Yeah, it doesn't make any difference in the 21st century. No one cares. The very fact that this is like where his mind goes when he's trying to like define what feminism is about. The very fact that his mind goes to, well, men are pieces of shit anyways, but we've kind of brought women down to our level of being pieces of shit. They're just as much a piece of shit as we are. Like that, to me, that's feminism. He says, feminist. The feminist movement has some truth, right? No, it doesn't. It's a hate movement. It has been for a long time. There are no waves of feminism. It is the same message it's been since, Seneca Falls in 1849, right? I believe it's 49. 1850. Let's round it off. 1849 up to the time that women got the right to vote in 1920. 70 years. Same thing. They were terrorists. They bombed churches. They bombed police precincts. They planned assassinations. There, go read. There's a book called The Feminist Bombers or Suffragette Bombers. They were considered terrorists at that time, and they still are today. It's just in a different formula, and they've succeeded because of idiots like this. Because what happens here is you get a guy who is like pretentious fuck, like Ben Shapiro, who wants to get all moralistic about shit. And then say, well, feminism sucks and it's bad for us, but it's because men's fault. Men are the ones that we're pigs anyways, and we brought women down to our level of piggishness. That's apologetics is what that is. And you know where that comes from? It comes from a mind that has been molded by feminism. Understand? Now do you get it? Mine too, yours too. If you were born after 1965, your teachers, your popular media, your girlfriends, your wives, your aunts, your nieces, your sisters, your daughters, your teachers, which by the way are 77% likely to be female to begin with. All of that. Even if you say I'm anti-feminist, doesn't matter. If I go and I say, well, do you think women should have the same rights as men? Well, yeah, they should, but I don't think that feminism is a good idea, blah, 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 blah. It's never been about equality. It's only been about retribution and restitution. You ever got, again, guys, Mike Knowles, Ben Shapiro, come to Vegas, sit across the table from me. I will put this, rub this right in your face. There are no waves of feminism. You're full of shit. Women have to bear some responsibility for this. And I will be the first one to rub your noses in that. You guys are feminists as much as any feminist is. You just don't see it. You just deliver it differently.
This is a solution to our problem. Because now what's happened is they got rid of all the traditional mores about how sex ought to be connected with love and not to be connected with relationships. They got rid of all of that. It was just a bodily function now. Except when it comes to actual sexual assault, we treat that differently.
Well, which of course is what the way men view it, right? Because we can separate the emotion. Men have no problem separating emotion from the sex act. That's why pornography is what it is. You don't have to convince men to jerk off. We can do it. We don't feel bad about it either. Oh, I can't believe I have an addiction. Okay, well, that's because we have an easier time getting it now. Pornography's been around for a very long time. Okay, just in one form or another. The context in the media is different, but the urge hasn't changed. Okay. Now, is it more pronounced than it was back in the day? Yeah, it is, because we've made it, we've industrialized it. We've commodified it. We made it very, very easy. It's just like going down and getting a burrito supreme from Taco Bell. Oh, and a jerk off. Okay, what's on? Porn on. But what he's saying here is that, oh, well, we brought women down to that level too. And men are pieces of shit. And the reason why feminism is what it is today is because men are pieces of shit. We've made women pieces of shit too. Oh, it's because of moral decay. Well, that's easy to talk. That's a very easy rationale. But the fact of the matter is that historically, from the time of the sexual revolution, we have systematically disadvantaged men to advantage women, to find some way for equality, or ostensibly about equality. The only way we can achieve equality is to disadvantage men. We've done that so effectively that now we've got guys who are apologizing for men being pieces of shit, but they still can't ignore the fact that feminism has just sort of ruined not only society, not only economics, not only the family and everything else, but he wants to turn around and blame and say, well, ladies, it's not your fault. It's our fault that you're pieces of shit.